What's up, VC? How you doing? I want to present to you on this one a record I've been super excited for, and sort of talk about an artist and a group I've been really into for a couple of years now. And it's the new record and the group, Natural Information Society. This is called Since Time Is Gravity, and it's just come out, or it's coming out, I believe, actually technically Friday, on the Great Eremite label. And this is a group I've been familiar with for just a couple of years, although they've been around for 7-8 years now. And it all stems from a collective headed by Joshua Abrams, a double bassist and African sort of instrumentalist who goes back many years into the late 90s in the Chicago scene. And he's collaborated with all kinds of people. I mean, I won't go into the whole list, but everyone from members of Tortoise up through sort of the creme de la creme, we'll say, of the modern jazz scene, including a lot of the international anthem folks. But Natural Information Society is sort of his project on jazz, minimalism, sort of global experimentation, we'll call it. And this new record is just a mind blower, and it's I can certainly say, my jazz record of the year, and certainly one of my favorite new records of the year. So, the collective always features Joshua Abrams, Lisa Alvarado, who plays harmonium, usually Nick Mazzarella, who's alto sax, I believe. Hamid Drake, the great percussionist, is on most of the records. There's a few members who I don't see her who are usually there, but the drummer in particular is Michael Patrick Avery, I believe. There's some variation on that. But Josh Abrams and Lisa Alvarado always seem to be there. So what can we talk about on this? Their records are always sort of meditative and spiritual, but on this one it really goes into sort of a jazz lean. So, and in particular, the reason for that is the tenor saxophonist Ari Brown, who has collaborated with everyone from McCoy Tyner to all of the AACM artists, the sort of art ensemble, those kinds of folks in Chicago. And Ari Brown, all of 79 years old, is the prime feature on this record. And but let's talk about Josh Abrams. Josh Abrams, double bassist, but is playing, what makes all these records, it ties them together in a Natural Information Society, is the use of the gwimbri, a North African Moroccan lute, sort of covered in a hide of some kind, a cloth hide. And it's that bass, almost bass sound that you hear on this song. We're playing one of my favorite tracks, if not my favorite tracks, from Since Time Is Gravity, Murmuration, track 3, which is most of side B. And this is just fascinating music, and just mind melts the way I like it. This one is just, these arpeggios that keep repeating. You just get lost in it. And I've been driving around listening to this record on CD for about 3 weeks because I bought the CD because that came first, and the record's just finally shipped. So there's a long explanation on the back here, sort of talking about the inspiration behind National Information Society. Like I said, it's a collective that, has members moving in and out. Also on this record is Ben Lamar Gay, who's released some really good stuff on International Anthem. Josh Berman, who is, we have a harp on this record too, by the way. Where are we with Josh Berman? Cornet, along with Ben Lamar Gay. Jason Stein, I believe, is another alto saxophonist, and Mai Sugimoto, who is playing flute. So a real collective. Also, Josh Abrams is playing a sort of drum machine known as the Rhythm Ace, along with the Gwimbri. That's his sort of big contribution to this record. So the artwork, and you'll see, I'm going to show the other National Information Society records. Also, always done by Lisa Alvarado, the harmonium player. But yeah, just with this record, it just really, it maybe be their best work in that it floats nicely from, sort of ECM experimentalism. Yeah, that minimalism. Terry Riley definitely weighs in heavy on these records. And spiritual free jazz. It's all here. But this is not skronky music. This is definitely for more approachable, but repetitive. If you're not into sort of repetitive, sort of modal music, you may not love this, but I absolutely love it. On the Eremite label, these tend to go fast. These are a little pricey. I'm going to show you in a second. You can buy one right from me, but most of the records go out of print and do go up in value, although they start at like $40-something. So I had a hard time tracking down a couple of them. Just so stoked on this record. It's been playing in my car for weeks, and now I have it at home. Very beautiful pressing. Typically silkscreen covers. This one is not silkscreen, but yeah, you're hearing it. The other records that I've shown this one before, Dissension, Out of Our Constrictions. This is from 2020 live recording. This one features Evan Parker, along with a lot of the same people. Yeah, almost the same group, except Evan Parker. You also have Jason Stein playing bass clarinet. But this is all one track, Out of Our Constrictions, Dissension. And it's definitely a little more wild and sort of yeah, like a bit of a frenzy on this one. But four sides, all one song, all one track. It's all of 36. It's like a 72-minute track, which is unbelievable. And this came out in 2020. Talks, is talking a lot about Black Lives Matter on the notes. George Floyd. So this one I got when it came out. This was the first one I got with the Bitchin' Bajas. I think I've shown this one before. This is the one you can probably track down the easiest because it is on Drag City. But this has got that lovely silkscreen cover. You can kind of hear it. This is called Auto Imaginary. It's from 2015 originally. I think this is a second press. Mastered by Rashad Becker. You also have Emmett Kelly on this one playing guitar, who is in the Cairo Gang, has worked with Bonnie Prince Billy actually. There's a bunch of different Chicago people. Ben Boy on chromatic auto harp. Cooper Crane, of course, is with the Bitchin' Bajas. So this one, definitely psychedelic. This is the most recent one I got other than the new one. This is sort of the hardest one to track down. Simultonality. This is credit to Josh Abrams and the Natural Information Society. This features almost all the same people that are on the new one, along with Emmett Kelly on electric guitar. This is from, I think, 2017. Lovely. And this one is, this one is, just to give you an idea, the most sort of varied and diverse, I think. Certainly, free minimalism on this. I'll call it. There's 5 tracks, and this one probably the most sort of meditative and repetitive. This one doesn't vary a whole lot, but I absolutely love it. It's called Mandatory Reality, and this is a double LP as well. This one features a lot of the same folks: Hamid Drake, tabla, tar, flute. Tar is kind of a trap, a version of a trap instrument, percussion instrument. Yeah, always led by Josh Abrams, but this one is still screen cover. So I wanted to throw that out there, how much I love this new record, Since Time Is Gravity. It's already selling out in places. I've been sort of looking up what it's going for, because I do have, I mentioned before, I have the CD, and I do have copies, extra copies that I bought from my distributor that I sometimes buy from. So if anyone wants these, I only have 3 of more, but they'll be $42 plus $4 ship, so $46. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description, my email. You can get in touch with me. The first 3 people who are interested, they're yours. I'll ship them out as soon as possible. So $46, do like a friends and family transaction if we can, and I'll get these out to you. Like I said, I know that Dusty Groove, I think, is already sold out. A few of the places I looked were gone, and I think that's like the cheapest you can get it. Everywhere else I saw it going for $47, $48. So I really wanted to get behind this record and sort of put my money where my mouth was. So if you're interested in grabbing a copy, I will sell them to you, and I do have the CD for $20 too. So yeah, my jazz record of the year, Since Time Is Gravity by Natural Information Society. I hope you like it. I hope you are digging this. If you already got one, you're probably already loving it. Cheers, everybody.